Welcome to our channel where we explore the events and personalities that have shaped the course of human history. In today's video, we will take a closer look at the French Revolution, a pivotal moment in world history that transformed France and had far-reaching consequences for Europe and the world. The Ancient Regime. Before we delve into the French Revolution itself, it is important to understand the society and political system that preceded it. The Ancient Regime was the name given to the pre-revolutionary political and social system in France, which was characterized by absolute monarchy, an entrenched aristocracy, and a rigid class system that favored the privileged few at the expense of the many. Causes of the Revolution. There were many factors that contributed to the outbreak of the French Revolution, including economic, social, and political grievances. France was in the midst of a severe financial crisis, exacerbated by years of costly wars and lavish spending by the monarchy. The peasantry and urban poor were burdened by high taxes and food shortages, while the aristocracy and clergy enjoyed significant privileges and exemptions from taxation. These inequalities, combined with Enlightenment ideas about democracy, equality, and liberty, created a climate of discontent and revolutionary fervor. The revolution begins. The French Revolution began in 1789 with the convening of the Estates General, a representative assembly that had not been called for over 170 years. The Third Estate, representing the common people, demanded greater representation and political power, leading to the formation of the National Assembly. This was followed by the storming of the Bastille, a symbol of royal authority, and the adoption of the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, which proclaimed the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The Reign of Terror. The revolution took a darker turn in 1793 with the rise of the radical Jacobins, led by Maximilien Robespierre. The Jacobins established the Committee of Public Safety, which was tasked with protecting the revolution from internal and external threats. The Reign of Terror, a period of mass executions and political repression, saw the deaths of thousands of people, including many prominent figures of the revolution. Robespierre himself was eventually executed in 1794, marking the end of the radical phase of the revolution. The rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. After the fall of Robespierre, a new leader emerged on the scene, Napoleon Bonaparte. A military commander who had risen to prominence during the revolution, Napoleon seized power in a coup d'état in 1799 and established himself as first consul. He embarked on a series of military campaigns that expanded the French Empire and made him one of the most powerful figures in Europe. However, his reign was marked by authoritarianism and a return to many of the practices of the Ancient Regime. Legacy of the Revolution. The French Revolution had a profound impact on France and the world. It established the principles of democracy and human rights that continue to shape modern society. It also led to the emergence of nationalism and the spread of revolutionary ideas throughout Europe and beyond. However, it also had its share of failures and tragedies, including the Reign of Terror and the rise of Napoleon. The revolution remains a controversial and complex event that continues to be studied and debated by historians and scholars. Key figures of the revolution. There were many key figures who played important roles in the French Revolution. Some of the most notable include Maximilien Robespierre. Robespierre was a radical Jacobin leader who played a key role in the Reign of Terror. He advocated for the execution of anyone who was deemed a threat to the revolution, including many of his former allies. Robespierre was eventually arrested and executed in 1794. Marie Antoinette. The Queen of France, Marie Antoinette was a controversial figure who was criticized for her extravagance and perceived indifference to the suffering of the French people. She was eventually arrested and executed during the revolution. Napoleon Bonaparte. As previously mentioned, Napoleon emerged as a powerful figure during the revolution and went on to become one of the most famous military commanders in history. He established himself as Emperor of France and embarked on a series of military campaigns that expanded the French Empire. However, his authoritarian rule eventually led to his downfall. Georges Danton. Danton was a prominent member of the Committee of Public Safety who played a key role in the early stages of the revolution. He was eventually executed by Robespierre during the Reign of Terror. Impact on women's rights. The French Revolution also had a significant impact on the rights of women. While women did not have a formal role in the revolution, many played important roles in political activism and organizing. Women's clubs were formed and women participated in protests and demonstrations. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, while not explicitly granting women the same rights as men, did establish the principle of equality before the law. This led to increased calls for women's suffrage and the recognition of women's rights, paving the way for the feminist movement that emerged in the 19th century. The Revolution and art. The French Revolution also had a profound impact on the arts. The revolutionary ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity inspired artists, writers, and musicians to create works that reflected the new political climate. One of the most famous examples is Jacques-Louis David's painting, The Death of Merit, which depicts the assassination of a prominent revolutionary figure. The revolution also led to the emergence of new literary genres, such as the political pamphlet and the revolutionary song. The French Revolution was a complex and multifaceted event that had far-reaching consequences for France and the world. It was a time of great change and upheaval, marked by violence and repression, but also by the emergence of new ideas and movements. The revolution inspired the fight for democracy and human rights, and its legacy continues to be felt today. We hope that this video has provided you with a better understanding of the French Revolution and its impact on history and society.